Stay down. Stay down. Hi, guys. I don't have Glenda here this week, so it's my job, I guess, to say like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right, Shirley? Right. Hello, I just want to say hello to everybody, but also to our new followers. We kind of hit a little algorithm from a video I posted on my Instagram, and I've got several hundred new followers in a couple days, and I know that several of you have kind of filtered through to our YouTube channel here at Renewed Colonial, and I just wanted to say welcome. And I know there's been a lot of questions because you're kind of just popping in here in the middle of things. We've been living here for just over a year now, and a lot has happened, but people want to know what our plans here. Someone had said, are you gonna tear everything down to the studs and take everything out? Which, you know, obviously if you've been following along, you would know that the answer is no. We are literally trying to save everything and preserve everything and restore everything. So yeah, that was definitely not going to happen. We're currently in the middle of fixing the foundation. A lot has happened since we've been here, so we're still in the middle of that. But a lot more to come. So we're just really glad that you're here and that you're watching and that you're paying attention. And we just ask you to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Well, good morning. It's about 6 o'clock here. And I just want to show you what I woke up to this morning. Snow. Not really too much though. There was just a dusting, I guess. It was so windy last night that I don't think any of it kind of like landed, but definitely some snow here. I think we've officially entered winter here in Leominster. It's been a rainy day. A lot of rain came up from that hurricane that was down south. So there's not much you can do in the rain, but there's a break in rain. So Micaiah's out here doing some work. So let's go see what he's up to. Hey, honey.
Hey.
I like your shirt.
Thanks.
So, what are you doing?
I'm starting the backfilling process. I have all the pipes in for the drainage, and now I have to fill it with crushed stone, make sure the crushed stone gets underneath the pipe, and then on top of the pipe, and then I got to put the filter fabric over it. But right now I'm just trying to, I guess, to put the bottom layer of stone in.
Is that basically you trying to get it
time
before it rains again, or what?
Yeah, it's a race against the weather, really. It's like I have a little bit of time in between the rain, and I have to get this done before snowfall.
Which we are already into November up in New England. Could be any day. The calendar, the the weather forecast is saying possible mix of rain and snow this coming Wednesday.
I'm hoping that Richard comes over later with the excavator and helps me with this process.
Yeah, hopefully he comes over.
Yeah.
Well, did I say that I liked your shirt?
Yes.
Can I see it? Yeah, very nice. Oh, those hold up really well, don't they?
Yeah. So, I mean, look at this. 2 people just walked by and said, "Place looks great." And I mean, really, the only reason they would say that is because they know what this looked like before we started. And, you know, I mean, it's really come a long way. It looks sturdy, and I think they can see where I'm going with this.
So yeah, here's the side view.
Yeah, I need to clean up my pools and my garbage and everything.
Yeah, in time.
Priorities.
Okay, babe, I'll let you get back to work.
Yep.
Looks like you got some help.
Yeah, thankfully. Put a little bit right there, and then just put the rest up near the corner. And then I'm gonna put filter fabric on top.
Guess that's easier than one shovel at a time. Oh goodness, she moved. I wanted to show you Shirley. She literally hangs out in her little dinner bowl. When it gets closer to dinner, she literally like just hangs around in her bowl, starts banging it around. See if she'll lay in it. There she is, she's laying in it. You are silly, 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 Shirley girly. You are the silliest of the sillies. We've been moving things around here in the living room area, and I had a day bed, which is over here now, because I was having muddy dog prints, wicked muddy out. Those are Shirley doggy footprints. But anyway, the day bed was here temporarily, and so we just moved it, but I just noticed, not that I didn't notice before, but just looking at the wall and seeing how huge the wood is used as this wainscoting. I mean, look at this. Look at this over here. How wide these planks are. And they go all around the room. I mean, you can't see behind here, but all around. Of course, except when you get to the desk. How big would a tree have to be to cut a board that wide? I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing it looks like 20, 22 inches. I guess I'm gonna have to measure. Hold on, let me get a measuring tape. All right, I got my measuring tape. So let's see what we got here. So we're gonna go from this spot here. It's actually about 23 inches. Pretty close. I never measured it. I just eyeballed it. 22 inches wide. How big does a tree have to be to have a 22-inch wide board? Does anybody know? I mean, there's a huge one over here. Also outside, along outside around the house, as you can see, if you can see through the window, there's all kinds of those very large planks. Huh. Anyway.
My wish came true.
Your wish came true? What wish would that be?
Richard came over with the excavator.
He came over with the excavator, but he's in there,
Wow.
using a pick.
Excavating by hand. We
Okay.
got all the backfill in there. We're working on the inside now because basically once we get all the crushed stone where we want it inside, we're gonna use the rest of it out here because we're gonna be low on gravel to fill that all in.
So what's going on? What's Richard doing?
He's just taking out some of the big rocks, and I'm gonna go get a sandwich.
So what's so funny?
I'll be back.
So why is Richard taking the rocks out? What's going on in here in this spot?
Well, we need to be able to get the wheelbarrow in here to dump the crushed stone over there because we can't use the excavator.
Okay, and so the stones are in the way. So you, in order to use the wheelbarrow, you got to remove the stones.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, we do have to get rid of a lot of that anyway, but yeah, it's hard to operate the wheelbarrow when there's stones in the way.
Okay. So this road, Richard made this early on this spring and this summer, so that was so he was able to bring his machines up here to do the work that was needed over here. So now this dirt that was taken out of, I believe, the foundation, or actually I don't even know where it came from. Yeah, I think it came out from around here. Yeah, that's where the dirt came from. So now he's putting it back. So he's filling up the space over here and there. So he's taking this dirt, this is what Makai's saying, he's taking this dirt, he's moving it over here so that he can run the excavator over here so that he can start filling inside that area. All right, so you and Richard did a lot yesterday, and he's pretty pleased, right? You said Richard was pretty pleased about what you guys accomplished yesterday. So what exactly happened?
Yesterday we backfilled the area that we excavated.
Which is the area that you're standing on now.
Right. Yeah, underneath here is the pipe system for drainage, which exits down
Out
there.
over here.
And we tested it, and the water doesn't even make it to the end. It leaches out somewhere along the way.
Because it was important. There was a lot of, part of the reason the walls were failing was because of, there was a lot of water coming through.
It's actually, I believe it's groundwater, because there is a well in the basement.
Yeah.
And when it rains heavily, it doesn't take long for the groundwater to rise. And I could see water even in the ditches for the drain pipes that we created. I could see water collecting in there. And I think it was just coming up out of the ground. And so we put the drainage in there and we put the backfill in there, and I truly believe that we're going to have a dry area here now. And so, long story short, all the pipes are in, all the backfill. The backfill is 3/4 inch crushed stone. And then we're going to put some loam in here, and then I'm going to top it off with 6 to 8 inches of hard pack on the top, and then swale it away from the house so that when the water comes off the roof, it will run away from the house instead of, in the past, just running right alongside the foundation.
Okay. I guess that's that then. Till next time. It's super duper cold out here, and beanies. Come on, Bean. We put a jacket on him, but he's not liking it. Hold on. Beans, come back. Beanie, come on. Come on, Beans. Beans. No, he's not having it. He's going back. It's too cold. Well, he'll make his way in. Evelyn's in there. But Whitey, who's from, his breed is from the mountains of Tibet. And Shirley Girl, who's a big mountain dog, has lots and lots of fur, and they love this weather. Even when the snow comes, they absolutely love it. So we're taking a walk down the field, and I thought we could take a look at what Richard has done. I showed you what was a couple weeks ago when Micaiah was out doing the bees, getting the bees closed up for winter, that Richard has been working hard pulling down all those scrub trees, because that area is going to be, Lord willing, our future orchard. We want to plant apple trees, a lot of apple trees here on our property, but they're so old now that they're really not producing like they used to, obviously. And we'd really love to have apples and peaches and pears, which we do have 2 peach trees and we do have 2 pear trees, but we'd really love to have an orchard down here. Lots of, and when I say orchard, I don't mean the kind where, you know, we open it up to the public and they come and pick, but we definitely do want to have enough trees that we can share with our community and our friends, and have enough to preserve, you know, make cider, store away in the basement, have apples all year. It's a dream. So let's take a look. You see all the snow on the ground from last night. It's not a lot, but it is the first snow. Not much of it, but it was mighty windy and cold. But look at this. All of this now has to be put through a chipper with a chainsaw, cutting it all up into pieces small enough to put through a wood chipper. So this all has to be cleaned up. So whether we see, you know, next spring planting an orchard or not, that's to be seen. But that is the goal of using this land here, is to take this whole area right around in here and create a beautiful orchard with fruit-bearing trees. Here's where we had our bonfire last year. I don't know if you've seen that video or not, where Micaiah and I burnt a bunch of stuff that had been hanging around on the property, because that's something that you can do here. As long as there's an inch of snow on the ground. Great. Looks like Whitey found something smelly to roll in. Whitey? No. As long as there's an inch of snow on the ground and you get a permit, you can do a brush fire. And this was actually a lot of fun. So this is the view looking up to the inn from behind where all the scrub trees were before. So we wouldn't have been able to see the house through the trees at this point. And it's kind of downhill, as you can see. But yeah, this is a totally different view. He sees like all what Richard has done. He's done a lot. Thank you, Richard. Oh, here comes Shirley Girl. And if you look behind us here, the stone wall lines all the way along here. And we own beyond that. But at one point, this was the main pasture, I guess, for the cows that they had here. They had a lot of cattle. So this was a lot of cattle would be out in this field about 100 years ago. But now it's just Shirley and Whitey and Beans, and our bees, of course. But the goal eventually is to add animals, whether it's goats, chickens, maybe a horse. We don't know. You know, we're just waiting on the Lord direction. One thing at a time. I still need to continue to get strong. I know Micaiah said that as far as chickens are concerned, we need to wait until I'm fully back and capable, because there's a lot on his plate, obviously, that he's been dealing with over the past several months because of my surgery and all that went along with it. And I don't blame him. I get it. I totally get it. So Lord willing, next spring we will have chickens. But I just wanted to show you guys what Richard has done out here. This is a lot of work, and this is all part of what we wanted to do, and it's just amazing that it's done. This is done. Just one more thing. Thank you, Lord. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. I know Micah needs to button up everything down there, so I mean, winter is here. Everything around the inn, whoops, you see my finger, ew. Everything around the inn needs to be buttoned up because the wind is a blowing. So we'll see you soon.